Hi there, welcome to our channel Mahi's Language Nest. In today's video, I'm going to tell you about the travel vocabulary. Right? If you are living for the English-speaking country, this will be helpful for you. What is the passport, what is the boarding pass, and how will you manage with your luggage, baggage, and carry on. And I will tell you about the sightseeing or tourist attractions and also the tourist traps. Alright, so let's get started.
So let's start with the first word, vacation. It means to take a holiday, or in another way you can say time off from work. Time off from work means a period of time when you do not work and your employer has given you permission to do something else. So when people ask, what are you doing on your time off? You might say, I'm going on vacation, right? Then they know you are leaving. Now, if you want to go to another country, right, or you are leaving for a flight, you are going to need travel documents first. So let's first understand what are the travel documents. As you can see on your screen, travel documents are the passport and boarding pass. As you might know, what is the passport? Passport means an official document issued by a government, and it contains your picture on it that says you are a citizen of this country and you are legal and you are a good person. All right, it means like a government identification, usually needed at most places. But if you are in India or Canada, you do not need one, but as soon as you leave these countries you need a passport. And another thing you need is a boarding pass. A boarding pass is what allows you to go from one country to another country. It's a kind of ticket, all right, and you show this piece of paper to the person on plane with your passport. So these are your travel documents, the passport and the boarding pass. All right, now what else is important for a vacation? Usually you need money, but when you ask for money in a different country, we do not say money. What you need to say is, what currency do you use? It means money in a certain country. Like in Canada they use dollars, and in America they also use dollars, but it's different currency because American and Canadian money are not the same. Now when you want to take your money and give it to somebody else and say, I want your money, what do I need to do at that time? Here you need to exchange the currency. Like, how much of your currency do you need to get someone else's currency? So you have to consider the exchange rate before exchanging your currency. Like, exchange rate is the rate at which one national currency will be exchanged for another. It's also regarded as the value of one country's currency in relation to another currency. All right, now you have got the stuff all going. Now come to the travel arrangements. It means preparations for a journey, plans for making a trip. In the travel arrangements, the authority will print up your travel documents. It's called your itinerary. So an itinerary tells what time the plane will arrive, what time I must be at the airport. Alright? Now what's next? Luggage, baggage, and carry-on. Luggage and baggage mean the same thing. Those bags and containers you have that hold all your things. Basically the US uses baggage more often while the UK uses luggage. Alright? Next we have carry-on. This is not same as your luggage or baggage. Carry-on is a bag you keep with you on your body on the plane. Sit down and put it on the overhead. Okay. Sometimes you are allowed one or sometimes you are allowed two. So just be careful with it. Depending on what's on your itinerary, it might say how many bags you can take with you. So you got on the carry-on, you have got your boarding pass, you walk up with the passport, they let you in. Okay, you board. Board means you can go on the plane. Suppose there is an announcement, flight 52 is boarding, ready to leave to depart. You get on the plane, so you board the plane, give them your documents. Finally, when it arrives and comes down, what's the first place you go to? Customs. You showed your passport one time, but you have to show your passport again before you can come in the new country. So once you get to like Canada, you cannot just walk into Canada. You have to go to customs and show your passport, then you can enter. And finally begin your vacation. Then you check in a hotel or motel. So let's first understand the difference between hotel or motel. Hotel is more expensive and motel is less expensive as compared to the hotels. Alright. So after you get up from your hotel or motel, you might want to go sightseeing. Sightseeing is when you go to place of interest in a country, usually places that are called tourist attractions. See, attraction is like magnet, which brings tourists. In Canada, people go to see CN Tower, which is the tourist attraction. Or in India, we have the Taj Mahal. Alright? Although there are tourist attractions, there are also what we call tourist traps. These are the places where you spend lots of money for nothing. It does not mean fantastic or great, but it's made for tourists. Just be careful, at the tourist traps, there will be more people speaking your language than at the tourist attraction. Sometimes there will be people to help you, but be careful. Alright, now you have gone to attractions, you have gone sightseeing, and your vacation is over. It means you have got to go back home. So you have to board the plane again. Take your luggage, get your carry-on, make sure you have your travel documents, your boarding pass and your passport. Okay? When you come back to your country, you have to go through customs again. And maybe you have some money left, you have their currency. You will exchange your money back to your real money. Alright, thanks for watching, stay tuned, and if you like this video, then subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for more updates. Thank you.